Stampers, welcome to Technique Tuesday. Today's technique is how to use your Stampin' Blend markers to create your colored images when you have limited markers or you don't have exactly the color you need. We are going to use this week's sketch challenge to make our card, and we're going to use these fun, warm, and toasty stamped images, some Pool Party ink, some Stampin' Blend markers in Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Crumb Cake, and we're going to use the basic black and the Color Lifter to make a grayish kind of shadowy color to do our polar bear. So without further ado, let's get started, and afterward I will show you a couple other cards that you can make using the same sketch to show you the versatility of the sketch this week. So to get started, let's color in our little reindeer. Isn't he so cute? I'm going to start with the red since it's kind of the boldest color. Let's see how we do. So I'm going to start with Light Poppy Parade and just lay down a little bit of color. Not too heavy, not too much, because we're going to go over it. I'm going to leave a little bit not colored for highlight purposes. And then I'm going to go in with the dark Poppy Parade marker. And my light source is coming this way, in my mind anyway. There's no real clues in this particular stamped image, so I'm just going to pretend the sun is coming down this way. So our highlights will be a little bit on the left and then underneath any shadowed areas. You don't have to get too technical. Now we'll go back over it with Light Poppy Parade. Fill in a little bit more of that area we left blank. And then if you want a little bit more of the dark, you can go in while it's still a little wet. Just add a little bit of an emphasis in certain places. Okay, that's all you have to do for the red. We're done with that. Now I'm going to do the hooves, and I'm going to use the light basic black. And I'm just focusing where I want it to be dark. Now, I don't have a lighter gray than this, so I'm going to color a little bit onto a stamp block. I'm going to use the Color Lifter to pick that up and blend everything out. So you see you get a little bit of a light gray by doing that. A little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my crumb cake, and I'm going to start with the light one. I'm just going to color kind of 2/3 of his face. And his ears. I'm going with the dark crumb cake. And back to the light crumb cake. Blend that out. Gives us a little bit of dimension. I'm going to take the light crumb cake and put some on the block and go back with my Color Lifter, pick some of that up, and just color in the antlers. Just a very light, light, light color. Not too much. All right, let's try to get the rest of him done. Dark again. Light again. Dark again. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more to the antlers. All right, now I'm gonna blend that out a bit. Get that back to clear. Turn this around, and I'm going to color in my polar bear. So I want him to have a little bit of grayish hue. So I'm just going to start in the shadowy areas that I want. Again, this is the color lifter, and I'm just picking up some of that light basic black. Covering all over to blend that in as best as I can. A little more shadow to him. And just blend that out. His feet over here. Blend that out, and I want a little bit of a color on the pads of his feet. I'm going to put a little dot of the light poppy parade. Pick that up with the color blender and make it pink. So you don't have to have every color of marker. You can kind of use your color lifter to give you a little bit of extra oomph where you think you need it and where you don't have the right color. Put a little pink in his cheeks. And that's all colored. I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow underneath him with the light pool party. A little bit of a shadow underneath the reindeer. Again, with our light pool party. And then I'm going to cut these out so that we can add them to the card. Now we're ready to put our card all together. Now this is according to our weekly sketch challenge number 2 sketch. So I have stamped a little background here on my white layer, and the white layer measures 3 1/4 by 5. And then I've matted that down onto some Poppy Parade cardstock, which is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And then our card base is going to be our 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2, and that's in Pool Party. And I went ahead and stamped in Pool Party ink using the Warm and Toasty stamp set, and I used Sharing Christmas Cheer and these cute little snowflakes. And now we're just going to put on this strip of designer series paper and some Pool Party cardstock, and that's 1 1/4 inches by 5 for the DSP and 1 1/2 by 5 for the cardstock. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal to adhere that. we are ready to put this down onto our card base, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for that. So I've already put them on. I just need to take off the backings and lay it down as straight as I can. That's always the challenge. That popped up. That's looking nice. Now we're going to add our cute little reindeer and our polar bear that we colored. Also with dimensionals. Give them a little extra pop and zing. Oh yeah, that's cute. Fun little polar bear up here. And now to finish that off, I'm going to add some adhesive backed snowflakes. I like to use my take your pick tool on a spatula to put down my snowflakes. And I'm going to put one here, one down here, and another one over here. And maybe some rhinestones, just because we have some. Okay, and that is our card. Super simple, super easy layout. Cute, cute, cute card. And here's the inside that I did with some more Poppy Parade and Whisper White. Stamp those snowflakes, and it says, "Here's to a cool Yule." And that's our finished product. Very quick, very easy, clean and simple, super fun. And I have some other versions to show you. Here's one I did with the ornamental envelope stamps and brightly gleaming paper. And I used the Festive Corners stamp for my sentiment, some iridescent pearls. Here's a fall themed one that I did, and I used the Beautiful Autumn, Wonderful Gems, some Gilded Autumn Designer Series paper. I used some Champagne Mist all-purpose ink, and I put it in a spritzer and made my cardstock a little pearlescent here, and that's Cajun Craze, and I stamped it with Early Espresso. This is done with the new embossing folders, the mini ones, and I think it's called Wrapped in Texture. And I used some mint macaron here and just some circle punches, and this is some mint macaron ink. And here is one I did with the Most Wonderful Time product medley. And so in that you have your foil paper. I used some gold foil. They have stickers that comes in it. So I used the deer and I used the candy canes. Comes with these cute little star embellishments. Then I added in the stamp set Festive Corners and stamped in Stays On ink because you want to make sure it can adhere to your foil paper. And popped it up. And that is our cute little card from our card sketch. So all different versions. Lots of quick, easy holiday cards for you. I hope you like this idea and give this sketch a try. I'll leave a link to it for my blog in the description. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos and ideas. Thanks.